This kid is only 9 years old.
When I saw myself on ESPN going viral, I felt great, but I just gotta keep going. Like, that's not where it stops. I gotta keep going.
When I first started working with Raylon, he's a 6-year-old, but he had the capabilities and skill sets already like a 12-year-old. I told his dad, to bring him to me. The rest was history ever since that.
Raylon's greatest skill on the field is his soccer IQ. His ability to make everybody around him better.
It just makes me happy. It just lifts my mood up. Anytime I'm down, I just touch the ball or play soccer. I'm Raylon Tong Jr. I'm 10 years old and I play soccer.
Ready? You got it. If you hit the ladder, you got to start over again. Go! Arms and feet, come on, arms and feet, come on. Push, 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 push. Yep, good, come on, yep, come on. Good technique, good, RJ. Arms and feet, go, 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 go. Pop, 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 pop. Explode, explode, explode. Good, change. Good, come on, change. When I first met Raylon about 4 years ago, I knew right away, just the way he moved with the ball. Like, everything was just so natural. He was the first young kid, 6-year-old that I was working with. And most of the kids that were coming to me were already 12 years old, and they were already fundamentally sound. His story was different because when I saw him, he had already had the attributes of a 12-year-old. And we have this saying, and we call it the lab in this facility, is if you're good enough, you're old enough.
We do technical work, tactical work, whatever we're lacking, like shooting or finishing, like one-on-ones, dribbling, beating defenders.
With RJ, I'm teaching him right now, not how to win a game, but how to be the best soccer player he can be. What youth soccer do is they go get kids RJ's age that are big, fast, and strong to go win a game, but don't play the soccer the right way, but they're just bullying other kids because their body's bigger. Whereas I'm teaching him stuff that's gonna benefit him later on down the line. Whereas our version of winning is development. He's not in a rush to go play in a tournament. We don't perceive him of being first place or being ranked number 1. No, he's the best player. He's the best young player in the world at his age.
The first time I saw that this was something that he was really good at, he was 3 years old. We was gonna put him in daycare, but he was too young. He had to wait until he was 4. So we signed him up for a 6-week soccer program, and everything that he was being taught, he excelled really quick.
We saw what Eddie was doing, we spoke, and that's when we knew that, oh man, there's a different level to this. He wanted to take it there, because to ask a 6-year-old to even show attention for more than 30 minutes is hard. And he was doing this for 5-6 hours. So he was crying if we weren't going to training.
The easiest part of soccer is coming here, being prepared like how I've always been. The hard part is keeping that motivation, still being inspired.
One-on-one sessions, 5 hours a day, 7 days a week with this kid. Never complained, never got burnt out, never said I didn't want to go to training, never had an injury, never had an excuse. And every time the kid came to train, he brought it.
You gotta put the time in. You have to put the time in. You're still gonna focus on education, but now also spend time perfecting your craft. Club don't have time for that. They really don't. Because you got an hour and a half to deal with 24 kids. That's not much time. The amount of touches he's getting in one day, they probably don't even get in the whole week.
What keeps me inspired and motivated is my family, our love for the game, and competing against other kids that have the same passion and love for the game as me.
You want a player that's gonna make you sit at the edge of your seat or not make you sit down and stand up. That's what made him really appealing to me, and that's why I took the risk in working with him. Because of how good he was, I almost forgot he was 6 years old. So one day I remember staying up late designing this session. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna challenge him today. And then he gets out of there and he's like, blah, 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 blah. He's like, that it? If there was areas in the game where I tried to challenge him, he'd overcome it.
You have to earn everything. Nothing is given. We're not gonna, go to the coach and complain about this or complain about that. No, whatever is going on, you need to figure it out. You need to earn every single thing. You need to be hardworking.
My dream is to be a professional soccer player, play with some of the up-and-coming players, meeting Neymar one day, meeting all those big guys one day, and playing with them on the field. My favorite soccer player is Neymar because he's flashy like me, nice hairstyles like me. He's just cool guy. He plays for Paris Saint-Germain with Mbappe and Messi. My style of play will be like Neymar, like all the Brazilians, like Ronaldinho, because they do a lot of skills I do. My dad taught me how to play FIFA, and FIFA helps me with my IQ and like understanding of the game. You get to like create your own team. You get to play against your friends.
What makes me most proud of Raylon is his dedication to his craft. When you speak about Raylon, like you gotta put him in the discussions with all of those players that he talked about. Ronaldinho, Neymar when he was younger, Messi when he was younger. Because we go on YouTube and we look at those players when they were 6 years old and 7 years old, and we compare his skill sets and what they were doing in games and the competition that they were playing. The level of maturity at a young age to be able to like soak all of this up and process this and know what the long-term goal is. Being a young kid where you want to be on a team and you want to, play in tournaments, like he already knew that wasn't important. So not being on a team earlier wasn't an issue. He was so locked in on perfecting his craft and being the best individual player that he can be, and that's what separates him from everybody else.
If you take a break, there's someone else working. So for me, it's no days off. Like whether that's if you're training, you're watching the game, trying to learn in that way. However you can develop your mind and the way you see the game and the way you play the game. For me, like you have to constantly do that.
This kid is only 9 years old.
When I saw myself on ESPN going viral, I felt great, but I just gotta keep going. Like that's not where it stops. I gotta keep going. Like you gotta put in the work every day nonstop. When you're going through adversity, when you get complacent, you gotta keep going. Don't ever stop because you get like a good following, like fame. You just can't take a day off. Like, every day is a work day.
Where do I see Raylon going in the future? And I'm not being biased right now. He'll be in one of the biggest leagues in the world, playing for one of the biggest teams in the world.
Thanks for watching my episode. To check out more stories like mine, please like, share, and subscribe.